Hey guys, my name's Hannah Joden, and for my service learning presentation, I'm going to talk to you guys about Young Life. The mission statement of Young Life is to introduce adolescents to Jesus Christ and help them grow in their faith. In Young Life, we believe that every kid deserves to hear about a God who loves them, and that's why we've grown and adapted to make sure that kids from all backgrounds and all abilities can hear about the greatest love story ever told. Tim Keller has a really great quote of what Young Life exactly is. Young Life's strategy is the strategy of Jesus. Young Life goes to kids where they are and engages them in their world, loves them in His name, and earns the right to tell them about Jesus. The history of Young Life begins in 1939, when Jim Rayburn was a youth pastor in Gainesville, Texas. The problem was that there were no youth coming to his Presbyterian church, so the head pastor told him, "Hey, Jim, go get the kids where they're at." So what he did is he went into the schools and he started meeting kids and remembering their names and hanging out with them and going to their sporting events. And guess what? They became friends. And eventually, he gained the opportunity and the right to tell them about Jesus. And they never had to enter a church. And it kept spreading. It worked. They started hanging out in their homes and having Jim and Jim would talk to them about Jesus, and it was working. So by 1941, Young Life officially was founded with a board of trustees. And then in 1946, the headquarters was founded in Colorado Springs, where it currently resides. This here is a photo of Jim Rayburn giving a club talk at summer camp in 1945. So, the history of Young Life begins in 1972, and that's when Young Life had began ministries that reached 25 ethnic and urban areas. 25 ethnic and urban areas. That's in 30 years. So, I mean, that's not 1 year, but it's pretty close. Today, we have more than 750 multicultural ministries that reach over 150,000 inner-city, racially underrepresented, and impoverished young people. That's a big impact. In 1953, international ministry began with Young Life, starting in British Columbia when we gained Malibu Club, which is one of our camps up there in Canada, Germany, where we started Young Life Military, and also in Brazil. Today, Young Life has a goal of reaching 2 million kids every year. I know that's a lot, but when you're trying to mobilize more than 80,000 volunteers and establish another 8,000 ministry locations, it's really not that many kids. It's estimated that this last year, Young Life reached 1,174,701 kids in the U.S. That doesn't even include any of the other countries that Young Life is present and thriving in. But it does include all these different ministries in the U.S. High school, middle school, which we like to call Wildlife, Capernaum, which is our special education ministry, Young Lives, which is for teen moms and their babies, Young Life College, Young Life Military, and Young Life in multicultural and urban areas. The way that Young Life gains its money is through mostly contributions, but something I learned is that we create a great deal of revenue at our camps in their off-season. We don't overcharge campers, don't worry, during the summer season that are from Young Life, but we do create revenue in the off-season, in the school season, when camps come out and they rent out the properties for retreats and so on and so forth. That is more than the total contributions, which are about 300 million or more. So, let's get to Mid-Valley Young Life, or Corvallis Young Life. Mid-Valley is the technical name of our area. It's located over on Grant if you ever want to pop by, and Chris Herb is our area director. You can give him a call or send him an email at any time if you want to get involved. One good quote by him is that more than ever, kids today need someone to let them know that they are unconditionally loved and that there is someone willing to follow through with them. And that's what we try to do as Young Life leaders. These are the areas in which Mid-Valley Young Life is present. Capernaum, which again is our special education ministry, is present at CHS, Corvallis High School, and is also present with Impact here on campus at Oregon State. Young Life College serves Oregon State University and Lynn Benton Community College, and we are present in all 3 middle schools and all 5 surrounding high schools, including both Corvallis High Schools, College Hill, which is an alternative high school, Philomath, and Santiam Christian on your way to Albany. So, what does all that have to do with me? Well, let me tell you. I'm a leader at Corvallis High School. I have senior girls who are headed off to college next year, and I'm really involved at club, our weekly meetings. One big thing for Young Life leaders is getting to take our kids to camp in the summer. But look at those prices. That's so expensive. Most kids can't afford that, let alone the great deal of Hispanic and impoverished population we have here in Corvallis. So, let's talk about fundraising. There are many ways that we fundraise here in Corvallis. Our area is just really good at it. Chris somehow has a gift, and he is good at fundraising. Good for him. In addition, the leaders send out letters to their friends and family. On top of that, we teach our kids how to raise money for themselves with Beyond Beans, which is my main focus for this whole term. We would take our kids out and we would teach them how to fundraise and advocate for themselves. This was something that was super difficult because they lose motivation really quick. So to keep them motivated was hard until they finally got to see results, even if it was just a $5 bill. Positive reinforcements and just it was really cool to see things happening for them. They would get pumped when they would raise money. I'm really proud of the kids and their progress as they started encouraging one another as they went on to sell coffee. That's one thing that made me really stoked for them. In addition, we went on and did this multiple times throughout the past few months, and will continue to over the next few as we look forward to camp. I supervise girls and encourage them to go and advocate for themselves and try to raise money and sell these beans. My hours for this one specific fundraiser were definitely over 15 throughout the course of the term, but 1 hour every week, planning, organizing, etc., and let alone the time we actually went out and did it. I worked with these high school students, and I worked with my leaders, my fellow peers that are college students also leading, and I was supervised by Connor Taggart. If you want to check with him, give him a call. Thanks for listening. Have a great day, guys.